When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the crown.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing.
Relieving the kings of all crowns.
Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talk about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
That's a close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, bang.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And now
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They Ella, they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first down throw coming for Vic. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Eluding the tackle. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From just shy of midfield, Vic. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Philadelphia. Tony Gonzalez, 51 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On first down, Dickerson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. And they give this time to the tailback. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. On third down, Jackson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 79 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Michael Vick. Over the middle, complete. It's Gonzalez. 2 yards, good enough for a first. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now here's Vick. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game. Now Cook. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Vick now. That'll be caught by Hester. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Michael Vick with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. And I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs, when necessary, to help get him out of trouble.
Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard
Check
line.
line 54. Line 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Go, go.
From the 38, Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended target.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Now it's the backup Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. John Randall dropping the hammer to try again after the sack. Jackson, and a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Open man, Gronkowski complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Play action. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
It's 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson, flush to his right. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, Dickerson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
First down 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. On 2nd down now, Dickerson about 3 yards there to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. He goes full extension, and he's got it. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding the clock.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd and a couple. Jackson steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Switch. Check 15. Check 15.
Fitzpatrick. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.